holy sheetrock!
Because you know, it's holy sheetrock.
I should stop. I'm hitting Batman and Robin levels of cringe.
So yeah, we got sheetrock on the ceiling, at least most of it. We still need to do the bedroom and the bathroom. But other than that, looking pretty good.
I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I just came up to scoop the snow. And I thought I'd film a little bit just to have it all documented. Having the sheetrock up really does affect the temperature, and we haven't insulated up above yet because we're waiting until we get the rest of the sheetrock on. But yeah, we haven't worked on it all week, which means we haven't had the heater going, and it's been like in the single digits for the past few days, like hitting negatives in the evening,
And it's still like 32 degrees. The water's not even frozen.
so that's something. Mud. All right, so getting more sheetrock on.
The living room and this side of the wall has the sheetrock on it. But then this side still needs sheetrock. Over here, this is gonna be a little utility room booth that should be the color that the rest of the garage is gonna be. It does look a little darker, maybe. Well, on the camera it actually doesn't look too bad.
I was thinking I wanted a lighter color for the purpose of filming so that like the lights will bounce around and just kind of the room's ambience will feel brighter. I deliberated for a while whether I just wanted something really light or something kind of grayish or like a warm tone or cool tone. I went with more of a cool tone, but it did come out fairly blue. Not that I'm against that. I knew what color it would be, but it's always a little different when you put it on the wall, but you know, I don't mind it. And one of the reasons why we have this plywood section is so that when we do all of the plumbing and like the water line hookups and stuff like that, we're just gonna screw things or tack things to the wood itself and like have some of the water lines running along on the outside. And so everything's like sticking out this side, but all the actual like valves and everything will be on the other side. So the more I looked at that bluish color, the more I hated it. So I got a couple options. Well, this was one of them. This was kind of the same type of color, it just took out all the blue. I tried a sample of like a more kind of dusty color, but that was a little too beige, a little too dark. Because again, I wanted something light for the sake of like filming and brightening up the room. So this is kind of a grayish off-white. Whenever we get to putting the trim around it, I'm planning on making the trim a similar color as this, so you can see kind of how that contrasts a little. It is now 1 year into this house project. We started doing the dirt work the first week of March, and it is now the first week of March once again. Hopefully it won't take us another year to finish it. We got more sheetrock. We got the hot water line, but there's no water hooked up. We need the city to put a meter across the street, but that'll be a pretty big, expensive adventure. In the meantime, we've been mudding a lot of these seams. Those little metal ridges are gonna go on these outer corners. We blew insulation up into the attic the other day. I'm not gonna get up there and show you because it's, you know, fiberglass in the air and whatnot, but I have pictures that I took as I was doing it. So that should help with the temperature control in here, because it does get pretty cool, even when it's hot outside. I think a lot of it has to do with the concrete being cold. That's gonna be a little cat door, and that's where we're running a water line around for an outdoor spigot. We're still waiting on the garage door, but we did have to take those down and resize them just to add this trim along here so that we could finish sheetrocking. And finish sheetrocking we have. By finish, I mean we've put all of the sheetrocking up. We haven't mudded it, obviously. We're still in that process, which is partially what I'm gonna be doing today. And that's how you do sheetrock. I was thinking about the thumbnail for this video, and I was very tempted to take some mud and like smear it down my face like war paint, just be like, but I don't know if I want to have to wash all that off my face. And I really don't want to go around looking like Radagast.